Mr. Ralph was best master on the 1996 Master School for Dental Technology. After leadership of a laboratory, he then became referee for holding national and international training for milling and occlusion techniques. Mr. Riquier is leader of the laboratory and project manager for DigiDent CAD/CAM systems. Since 2008, he is a freelance consultant for CAD/CAM and author in his own company. He was previously from 2002 till 2008 marketing and sales manager for Gerbach. He has more than 50 publications about milling technique, occlusion, and CAD/CAM in different learned journals. He authored the technical book Technology of Elements of Construction, published by Quintessence Verlag in 2005. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Ralph Riquier.
Thank you very much. I'm very glad to be here. So it's my first time in Dubai, and I'm very impressed. And what I want to do today, or in my lecture a little bit, is to go a little bit behind the CAD/CAM technology. Because what I see always here, also in some lectures, was it that everybody's talking about the machines like they are doing something on their own. Yeah? That CAD/CAM is doing something, and afterwards the technician comes and makes art. But no machine does something on its own. All the machines are doing this, what the technician says they should do. Yeah? And so for this, I think we need to have a little bit background about what is this technology, what we have there in this technology, and what we need to make good crowns with this technology. And we had yesterday a discussion about materials, where we focused on what is a good and what is a bad material. The same thing you will have with CAD/CAM systems. And you cannot go in this discussion without having details about the technology. You cannot look on a system without having a background, what is the system, what can the system do, or what is the technology behind the system. And what I want to do today is to go a little bit inside this process chain so that we go only in the way of the manufacturing. So I'm only looking at the way of the manufacturing crowns. Means not for the surgery, it means not for implant planning. I only want to go more in the type of where the crowns are built. So what we say also today in the lecture before, CAD/CAM will change and had changed dental technology, and also the dentist will change now, start to change now the dentist practice. So you see we have different areas. You have communication, what is mainly different. You have in manufacturing what's different, and you have also with sending data everywhere in the world, you have a much bigger market for this type of works. So what I wanted to do today is, first I want to talk a little bit about the methods we use to get digital data, and then to the conditions. What are the conditions for this? And afterwards I want to go a little bit inside future. You know, future is always a little bit of a problem because it's very fast over. So I think I only want to show a way perhaps how it can be the next steps of digital data capturing. You see here two areas. It's a little bit dark, this area here. The dentist area, it's around here, so it's the whole world. The lab area is a little bit closer. But I only want to go now to the processes. Very short, because everybody knows this. So we start with an impression, the normal way. If we use a digital process in the manufacturing today, we start mostly with the impression, making a model, and then starts the first digital process is the scanning. From the scanning we get data, and the next step will be also what's also possible to scan the impression. So you don't have to do the model. You're starting and scanning the impression directly without having a model. These are two different ways. We will discuss both of them. We get in the data out of this. Both systems the same. And then we go to the design. Also, if you make the way of the impression scanning. Then we get the manufacturing. Also, this will be in this lecture. We get the results done from a machine. We complete them with a model and do the next step to do the handwork from the dental technician on this object if needed. For the impression scan, we need one step more. If we need a model, in the most of the cases we need a model, so if we go to bridge work, then we have one step more. We need to make a model, a virtual model, because what we get here up there is not a model. This is only a surface scan. It's totally different. So this is the next step in this process chain. We have solved something here to create the models, but we must do them here. Next step, doing a model. And then, from the model part, we have to manufacture the models. Next step, no process, not a process what we know since 20 years. It's a new process, manufacturing models. And then going also in the production line, put the models together to the work, and the next step, again, going to make the hand job. And now comes the second step, what's going now more and more, you see it in the lecture before, going more and more inside in our technology, it comes the intraoral scanner. You have one side of the intraoral scanner, these are the share-side systems, means they're directly manufacturing in the dentist practice over the system. But I think for the dental technology more interesting in the moment is to go the way of making an impression for bigger work, means for bridge work, because the sense of such a system cannot be only making crowns or single crowns, so it must be going in the direction of making a whole bridge. And then taking the data there, going to the design, and the step stays the same as in the digital process before. If we make an impression scan, we need a model. Same step, we need to go to the model. We need to manufacture the models, put them together also with the work afterwards, and then we go to the veneering. So these are the digital processes, and I want to start with the first one, with a normal scanning. So means, you see it there, we get the scan of a desktop scanner. What systems are doing there? And we have in this area now a lot of different technologies there. There's not only one technology. So we have, like I wrote there, fine projection, laser line projection. So different methods to scan a surface. Color code projection, laser point triangulation, conoscopy, and we have also the mechanical detection in there. So different types of technology to measure objects on a desktop scanning system. And now the question is, normally we would say, okay, the best technology or the best method is this method, but has the best results in the accuracy. Yeah, but there we can see that the different technologies or methods don't really have not have the only influence of the accuracy. So you have different projection types and different accuracies. But what we have in all this stuff, the problem what we have there is that all this are manufacturer data. So these are not data coming from independent institutes, that are manufacturer data. What I take here is only to take the lectures of the manufacturers and put the microns inside. So we have one huge problem in all the technology of measuring in the dental lab, that we have no standard for dental scanning systems. And this is our biggest problem in the moment. We have scheduling, the ISO, it's now in work, but I think the next 4 years you will see nothing on the market about this. So all manufacturers can do their test, how they measure the accuracy on their own, like they want to. So you cannot compare the systems about accuracy. It's for us